I really only got to know Simon Gray late in his life, and on a Greek island where we went several summers in a row. He wrote about it. He said, "I think I've become paralyzed by Japes," working title, and what it's come to mean to me. Because the thing about Japes, working title, is, well, I have a feeling about it that I've never had about any of my other plays. Though I know one always tends to say that about one's last piece of work. But the feeling this time, which I've certainly never had before, is that this is it. This is the last. There isn't another one in me, never will be. Well, if I believe it's my last play, and I do, then simply and obviously I want to get it onto the stage in a fashion that will do it most honour, and preferably in my own lifetime. In other words, this is not a play I can afford to be shy about or ashamed of simply because it's written by me. I don't actually have to read it again or even pick it up to know that it's okay. Or if it's not okay in terms that finally matter, Tolstoy say, or Chekhov, it's okay in terms of my little life, the only life I've ever had, at least as far as I know. Though I met a soothsayer once in Greece, a small, bearded man with dull, canny eyes, who felt my fingertips, caressed the palms of my hands, and informed me that so far I'd had, well, 57 lives. Most of them lived as a great warrior, a few of them as a poet and comforter. He actually used that word, comforter. And in one or two of the lives I'd been very quiet, sort of lying low, I suppose. This soothsayer, who came from Essex or Kent and was called Higgins, something along those lines, was completely convincing. He was also rather expensive at 30 quid an hour. Barry Humphries, who happened to be staying on the same island, had many consultations with this man Higgins. But then, of course, Barry Humphries has 3 or 4 lives going on at virtually the same time, and in the present. So presumably he had 200 or 300 past lives to discuss. But what has Barry Humphries got to do with all this? Why am I writing about Barry Humphries? Well, Simon, we do miss you. You had the wit and irony and the strength too, or whatever it is that enables some people not only to survive bad things, but to somehow move with grace above them. No.
Keep going.
We miss you, Simon. You had the wit, the irony, and the strength, or whatever it is that enables some people not only to survive bad things, but to somehow move with grace above them.